Hello everyone and welcome back to my fight to survival. Looking at the most important buildings on the island right now is my sawmills here, right? So they're working again, finally, with the mobile task force that we finished in the last episode. And they are working also at 150% right now. We do have some logs in store again, right? And we do need to get that timber up. Timber is everything right now. The rest we have plenty of anyway. Timber is we need to have for the next trader. Before he arrives, we need to fully repair all our export offices and also my depots. And depots are really expensive. For that, I'm also pushing once more some timber that we can purchase here. That's actually 2 depots that we can build with that timber. So it's fine to do it now. Let's also purchase the other ones just because we can, right? Get them over there, and Bent has purchased back a share. Let's purchase that share back once more to keep the share majority there on both these main islands. Princess Ching we're really not afraid of, right? We've probably never really had contact with her so far. She's attacking from sometimes Hubert was attacking over there, right? But never for the main harbor. Miss Hunt and Bente are the ones that are kind of like juggling around their aggressions towards us. So in that case we need to be very quick about that. We got lots of ruins. They're still in the city. It's a hideous metropolis, right? I hope that not too many things are falling apart anymore. Otherwise, we would be totally screwed. My furnace production is not working either because we don't have the ore and the coal anymore. 5 more minutes. But there's good timber coming in right now. So we have a timber production of around 6 per minute. 12 per minute. So there is something coming in, and also my ship is coming in soon, and we will just continue repairing those buildings here. How many trade contracts are still deactivated? 3. So 3 more export offices. Even though these are not the most important ones, right? I think the hops is full. The pigs is full. The pocket watches is also good, right? So it's not the worst thing that's happening there right now. The other trade routes are working fantastically, even though, of course, storage is the main problem as well, because we are capped at 600, 700 right now. So let's continue building some storages there. And this pushes our storage up again, right? So building these 2 depots there. I hope that we did not lose any surplus. I think not. No, we did not, right? The surplus is still there, but it's hidden and inaccessible until we get it up again. So that's that. The soap though is now at its cap then, I think. How's it looking for the rest? Yeah, sales is still full, so there's still more of that coming in. That's that. And heavy weapons factory would need only 20 timber. And we do have the resources, right? The dynamite and the steel. Especially the dynamites. It's important that this one comes in. By the way, yes, of course, we do need more dynamites. So that is another thing I should check ASAP. Let's push this up to 350 soap. We have the soap anyway. So let's get more dynamite in. Right now, our consumption for that would be sitting at 3. So that is only 60 for a trade cycle. Let's make it 70. And we're probably bumping it up to 140 maximum with the 2 advanced weapon factories that I want to build. So we still need to get this one up a bit more, but not right now, since we're not having those in yet. A bit more timber. Let's build the next depot. And then I'm waiting for my collier. There it's coming in for the additional timber again. We have 1 more 30 left. 1 more minute. I'm also continuing to build the last export offices again. They're really cheap, right? So they only cost me 10 each. So they're fine doing that. And then we have the depots in the middle so that we can continue doing this. Holy cow, it's really expensive getting all of this back on track. But it's going to be worth it, of course. We do need the volume. So everything else that is coming in now is just purely for the depots. And Tobias is now arriving in 15 seconds. So I probably can build 2 more depots before he fully arrives. Since they are working now again, right? And there's going to be lots of logs coming in now soon, so that we can fully reactivate our industry. Maximum capacity is 1.2 right now. And Tobias is now arriving. Let's build 1 more depot. He has not arrived yet, right? So we still have a bit of time. There's another depot, and then probably 1 more before he fully comes in. And there's the timber for the next depot, right? Just as Tobias is coming in as well. Very good. So this was successful. We can now reactivate our soap production again, working. And we can also reactivate our window production once more. So they all are going to continue now consuming logs again. And then, of course, we have Tobias delivering us, hopefully, as much as possible. They are perfect. Up to 104. Also, my coal and my iron is in again. So there's really stuff to be done now. They're, of course, being flooded there right now with all the requests at once. So let's upgrade this warehouse there while we can. And here, let's move this one and let's add another sawmill there. I do need to get timber in. Lots of it. Let's get the huge collier back to RG. We're still sitting at a comfortable million, so I don't need to sell stuff at the moment. Right, and we get all the shares of Miss Hunt and, oh, of Bente. I could purchase this last one here now too, right? So that is another 3,000 income. But then I would be out of money, so I'm not doing this yet. I rather wait on that for a little bit longer. He's probably trading a long time now. Yeah, 6 minutes he's going to be stuck here. So this is why I'm saying 2 trade cycles and an additional one most likely, where it is right now. So we need to calculate that he's waiting so long, right? I haven't rebuilt my loading wharfs yet. And I can do this now though. Does it directly affect it now? 550. It's built 1, 2. Nah. Alright, it doesn't affect him and for this trade anymore, right? So we still need to wait the full time. That's it though. Alright, bricks is now also then out, but that is fine. We do have the bricks production still up and running. They're all over here. And happiness wise, yeah, could be better. Definitely have seen better days there. I'm going to push my clay pit so we can afford more brick factories though, because we still need to keep this one rolling in quickly as well. There we have a lot of space here still, so let's have another one in this area and then here. Right, so that's 2 more brick factories working, and this lumberjack hut. Oh, and with a bit of public relation, Princess Jing offers us a peace treaty now too, and of course we're going to accept this one. At least there is some movement here, right? So those two, despite us being weaker than them, they actually want to go to peace with us since we are pushing that a bit. And Miss Hunt actually likes that we have a treaty with them. Miss Hunt really though is not in the mood for anything else. The war is over now too with Princess Jing. Though don't be fooled by that. They can declare war again anytime, right? So especially since my military score is so low, it's just probably going to happen again. Let's purchase a few more building materials, but as we can see, the recovery is there. That's just very good to see. And also, yeah, most riots are gone, so we could continue there again. Newspaper-wise, we have at least the war is over, and the other ones are going to be my negative consumption there again, right? But minus 50% riot chance is just really good. So hopefully we are going to see some peaceful times again there when it comes to riots and stuff. To my city in general. And then about the ruins, we have lots of ruins here, so let's just repair them. Just a bit of timber, right? So also low attractiveness, and we are on the lowest level right now. A hideous metropolis, an unsightly blot on the landscape as you are ever likely to see. That's the description right now. And of course, with such a low such a low attractiveness level, happiness is really low too, because this is affecting the people, right? The low attractiveness that we have on Phoenix. Right, more building materials gives me time to continue repairing my city here. And what I would also like to do is now I would like to build those advanced weapon factories, right? 2 more, further reducing my attractiveness. So we remain the hideous metropolis that we are. But at least I have now 4 of them working, and that means power. Advanced weapons are so valuable. How far away are we actually from upgrading one of them, right? So 300 more tons. We got 155 tons in. I'm going to continue using them there for the logs especially. And we do need it for something else. Yeah, for schnapps there, right? So this is fine. This can stay. And we should have a nice surplus on top of that we can sell off. I'm not building my big batteries yet though. So I don't think it would do us much good, right? So even if I rebuild them, what's the good in that? I'm just going to wait there, and I'm going to use the remaining goods that we have to continue repairing my storages. That would also be here my depots there. And loading wharf, there we have a few more of them, but it costs me a lot of bricks. Let's continue purchasing stuff at Archie. That's basically the whole thing here right now. We are still sitting on a very good balance there, since the goods are still all in, right? And since we have the influence, I'm also inclined now to use my items for the bakeries, right? We have the bakery productivity increased and the attractiveness out of the bakeries. And then we have, where is it? Affects the bakery with another productivity boost and also produces chocolate on top of that. And that's it, I think, right? There was something else though for the bakery. Where is it? There it is. Instead of flour, the building processes grain. So this is also another nice boost then towards us. We are sitting on a very comfortable grain there right now. 29 is my consumption, so around 700 for a trade cycle. And we are importing 1,400, so really a lot of grain. It's not going to be out just because the bakeries use that too. So let's get this cracking too. That would be my trade union. So let's move those bakeries that we have a bit of room here for a trade union. Probably going to move those up, right, so that we have maximum space there. And those 20 influence, I can do this easily. There you go. A trade union doesn't need a road connection, but we're still doing this because it looks okay. And we're getting a new influence bonus. The administrator gives me a maintenance cost reduction of 3% across all the buildings. I take it, even though it sounds a bit low. Let's add the patisserie Patrice for the bakeries. Let's add fine cake decorator for the chocolates. And let's get us the flour. For the grain actually for the bakeries, right? So they consume now grain. That means I no longer need my flour mills here. And instead we can pump out more bakeries. And I'm going to do this because those bakeries mean lots. They mean lots of chocolate now, right? Let's get them over. Let's make their connections. And that is my bakery district now, more or less. Gives me some attractiveness now too, those bakeries. 5 each, but that still doesn't change much about my hideous metropolis. Let's just have a look there. Chocolate is coming in, as we can see. Would be interesting if we can actually fully satisfy my people with the chocolate. At least it's coming in. That means a bit more money and a bit more happiness for the investors. But not a lot. Let's just check it out. We make a surplus. How surprising, right? We make a surplus of 4 chocolate per minute right now. That means we also don't need a chocolate production. And with that, this is working now fantastically. The grain though is at 50. That means 1,000, 1,200 grain consumption now over a trade cycle. So 1,200, we got 1,500 in right now. Fine. However, yeah, actually we have the storage there for this too. No problem whatsoever. I love this game. It's just insane how everything is working together sometimes. Very good. There we have this. And yeah, those bakeries are going to bring lots of joy to the people. Also the additional bread that we produce out of this one here. So we got a surplus of 36. We can use for the Docklands then once more as another high volume trade good that we can also upgrade or continue upgrading. But that was just very, very good. I love this synergy that we have there with these items, making the consumption easier, making productivity higher, and producing chocolate on top of that, so we don't even need to have any chocolate trader from the New World. Good, good, good. Now, next up is my advanced weapons. We should be seeing the effect there now. It's at 5, very good. And they're also boosted already, right? So that means I've got 120 per trade cycle, 130 right now. We are getting out 50, so I still sit on a very comfortable advanced weapons surplus that we can use for the big baddies, that we can use for selling as well. This one here is not working yet. Why? The pigs are in, or just because I think storage is full? Yes, right. So since we don't need the pigs anymore for the soap factories. Right, we don't need the tallow anymore for all of this. So my total pig consumption is very low now at 20, while we still would produce 40. Perfect. Either I get rid of the trade contract for the pigs, or I could get rid of the pig farms. Getting rid of the pig farms is the better option, I think, because it gives me space and also lots of attractiveness penalty, because every one of them is reducing my attraction. Let's do this. I think down here, we still have a few more. So let's get rid... I think I'd rather get rid of them now here, those blocks. Right, this is looking good. We still keep those here because I still need some, right? Yes, I still need those 20, but that's only 200, 400 per cycle. Let's make it 500. We're getting in 700 from the few steam motors that we have. Let's get rid of all of them. Honestly, I don't need them at all. These pig farms there and the pig farms down here. Does it change anything? Nah, we're still hideous. But at least that was a nice change, right? And we do have this area all of a sudden available to us for more city development. Let's rebuild some ruins there. Yeah, very good. At least this pushes us to the second lowest level now of hideousness. And then I just cycle through my ruins. There we got a few more. There we still have those ruins. Of course, the harbor ruins are still insane, right? So they're pushing us down there. Any other ruins though that we would have? Yeah, the dockland ruins. And over here we have the sand mine ruins. Let's rebuild them for now. Advanced weapons I'm not doing yet. And that's though looking better now. Very good. And I can continue then with another depot here. And loading wharf would be the important thing. There it is. Another loading wharf. Speed up the trade cycle. And I still have 2 export offices in ruins. But every trade contract is working. So there's not a big deal here. Alright, so the pigs is coming in with that. The red pepper is coming in with that. We have the pocket watches. I think we still have the sewing machines paused. Yes. This needs to be back online, right? So the sewing machines are starting to work again. There you go. And this will further increase our consumption of logs again. It's insane, right? So we have around 90 per minute right now of log consumption. That means 1,800. Let's make it 2,000 per trade cycle if I want to keep this one intact. 2,000. We're getting 2,400. We probably will need to push this a bit further to 2,600. And do we have the storage? We only have a storage of 1,600 at the moment. I do need way more storage if I want to make this work. So these depots here, we need to repair them as well. 3 more minutes we have. We do need the bricks now. And this is where my huge collier comes in once more. So a few more bricks we can get out of it. That's 2 more depots. Every single thing counts. And this one here needs a road connection to fully function there again. It's just good how much space we have there all of a sudden. Right, that's just the New World Harbor being under attack. No problem for us right now. Yes, and we're out of logs again. That was to be expected. Let's use this area here for some more lumberjack huts. It's not doing much, but it's at least something, right? It's 2 more. That's around 6 more logs per second per piece. So that's 12 more logs coming out of this one. And very good. We can continue getting those depots up. 2 more out of this one. And once the huge collier comes in, 2 more. That's 400 more. But Tobias is arriving then now. We got 1,800. I still, beside the Docklands depots, of course, I have my normal depots there as well. Give me 50 tons each, right? For that, I would need to use this area for these additional depots. Which is not that great, right? Because this is the area that gets constantly destroyed. So I'm probably not going to have too many. Here we still have some room left. So I could for now at least get some of them over. But they consume a lot of space for only 50 tons each, right? So that would be only 200 tons of depots. While this one gives me 100 for such a small module there. So this is just way more space efficient. I've got 3 more depots here left that are being destroyed. And I can still get a few more. So there's another one here, another one here. And probably 1 more here. It's not looking pretty, but I really don't care about prettiness for now. We need to survive. So let's get these depots there going, right? That's 2 more. And then here. This one, 430. Actually, we were able to build 2 more before Tobias arrives. Gives me a bit more time again. And come on. Can we do this before the trade happens? Trade hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened yet. And on time. Very good. We were able to push it up there to 2,200. And the logs are being consumed right away. But that's just how it goes. Do we have a limestone quarry that is not working? Yep. Because I need to get my reinforced concrete up as well. Why are these on fire all the time? Once again, we got a fire there. And by the way, since I really don't want to consume that many logs now, let's stop 2 sawmills there at least. Right, since timber is fine again. And probably also going to... I could also stop one of these soap factories there. Or... they're not being boosted anyway. Let's stop 2 of them. We don't need that much soap anyway. And so much space here, really, that we can see what we can do with this then as well. 80,000 on income. I love that. Do we have... We have all the shares here. We have all the shares here. So I don't need to spend any more money. We could invest into Princess Ching. Not the worst thing. Not the worst thing. Let's invest. Let's go into Princess Ching there as well. And diplomacy-wise... and she also doesn't want to have any gift. That's not going to work out. Bente at least. Yeah, Bente was successful there. Nothing else we can do. And... also not working out better. Very good. At least with Miss Hunt. But of course, with Miss Hunt, it's just hopeless. Right. Purchase that share back. Of course, purchasing those shares is always reducing our reputation with them a bit, right? A bit low there on the artisans. So I might need to build us a few more artisans. Just a few more here. Right. And perhaps here. And that's it. There we are positive again. We have lots of farmers and workers to upgrade yet. But, of course, we need to wait on the other things to come in. Just as Captain Tobias leaves, we can build another depot, and with that also bump up our attractiveness, at least to a foul metropolis. So better already. A town as khaki as a well-used dog path. And we still have a couple of more modules here, so those 2. And then another depot that we can rebuild. And we are at 2,400 total storage now. That would be possible. So this is actually the log consumption that we would have with a full active industry. We could have now all the logs in. Perfect. Dynamite is looking fantastic. The soap is going up again. The sewing machines is going up again. Phew! I think we're on a good track as long as there is no other massive attack coming in. We have recovered from the devastating blows. And we can actually continue now looking towards the future, especially with our additional advanced weapons that we need to rebuild. And then also finally perhaps building the palace there if I have time for that, because the palace gives me just beautiful bonuses. And then I would like to have a look at the town hall monument as well. But that's far in the future. Right now we can just take a break there from all this repairing. Stay tuned.